Are you succeeding? Are you struggling? Are you constantly thinking, I want to weigh myself, I don't want to weigh myself? And you're not sure, what diet do I eat? What diet do I not eat? No matter which way you turn, you just feel like I'm in struggle. I am like a fish frailing outside of water. Today, I want to talk to you about some stuff that is going to be a tough conversation. And make sure you stay to the very end because I'm going to give you some really good, useful tools in my weekly email recap that will help hold you accountable. Here's the truth. There is a huge movement. And the reason why I titled today's episode Tough Love is because the reality is I'm going to sit with you and we are going to have a tough conversation. If we were sitting and having coffee, if you were in my home and you were sharing with me your goals to lose weight, your fitness goals, whatever it is, and I hear you kind of second guessing yourself or questioning, is this diet right for me? I'm not always going to say the warm and fuzzy things because the reality is if I coddle you, if I keep saying it's okay, I know you had struggle, it's all right, I know there's XYZ, at some point that's going to hinder you and not propel you forward for what you're truly capable of. So the first thing I want to talk to you today about is the anti-diet movement. It is a huge thing right now. And here's the deal. I don't think it's good. And the reason why I don't think that it's good is because in the beginning, first of all, we're just gonna say 90% of the world, right? Me included before I discovered nutrition, is struggling with nutrition. Period, end of story. And so this anti-diet movement, what's happening is it allows you to kind of make excuses. I mean, to be frank, to be direct. And I'm speaking from experience. I am teaching you from scars, not from wounds. So we are speaking together. I have been there. And the anti-diet movement, the reason why it's so dangerous is because we need structure. The reality is 9 out of 10 people are going to need accountability. They're going to be needing to be in a situation around a community that is going to be able to help to support you, that is going to make sure when you are weak that we remind you are capable, you can do this. We can do hard things because the truth is you have access to food more than anything else. It's just right at your fingertips. It's always in your face, in your workplace, at the grocery store, on TV. Some influencer followers drinking and eating all these bars. Whatever it is, you have constant access to it. So guess what? If somebody's struggling with addiction, we don't sit there and say, here is XYZ substance. Just don't do it because you're trying to overcome addiction. We set them up for success. It is the same thing with you. So the anti-diet culture, what happens is it forgets that you need to be supported. We can't justify making poor food choices because of eating intuitively. And listen, if I ate intuitively, right, we would be in a heap of trouble because the truth is my intuitive side, this little brain of mine wants to be like, you know what, you can wake up and just have a bowl of fruit, or you can wake up and have a cinnamon roll. That's how my brain wants to justify it because it's fun. It feels good. It tastes good. It gives me a whoa, exciting feeling. I get this high in my mouth that kind of permeates in the rest of my body and it tells my brain something and then I'm paying for it 3 hours later. Nothing good comes from that. But if I followed my intuition, like my knee-jerk reaction is, I'd rather have that. And listen, there's a time and a place where you can eat what you want, do what you want, have fun. Food freedom is super important. Flexibility is critical. That's just how it works in life. We're human. Nobody is perfect. We're far from it. So we have to be understanding with ourselves. But when we're first starting, when you are looking to start a diet, you need a few things. You need accountability. You need structure, and you need to have a means to measure. I know that the scale is cursed right now. Everyone's saying, don't do a scale. Your body weight doesn't define you. And you're absolutely right. Hell no, it doesn't define you. But you know what it does do for you? It's going to give you a way to feel like you're doing what you need to do for the hard work that you're putting in. If you are sacrificing and week after week, you're not seeing maybe, even if it's not the scale, if you're measuring inches, if you're measuring body fat, if you're just feeling the way, you need something to measure because guess what? That feeling that you are succeeding is going to motivate you the next week. It's going to help you become a little bit more disciplined. And there is a time and a place. I want to leave you on this note. There is a time and a place in your nutrition journey as you evolve and you just make healthy a part of your everyday life that you're not going to need any of this. You just become skilled. It's sort of like, let me give you an example. I have wisdom when it comes to nutrition. So I can sit with somebody and I can see very quickly okay, we have some holes here. This is what we need to fix. I don't even really have to think about it. It's just ingrained into me. didn't come that way. I've earned that wisdom through years and years of practice and knowledge and discipline and my own life and working with hundreds of people. So I can just see through that lens pretty much instantly. Well, your relationship with food, your health, your diet will eventually become that easy. You won't think about it. It won't consume you. There will no longer be like, I can't have this cake. I can't have this cake. I should eat this. I'm measuring. I'm not measuring. I'm doing this. It's just going to become like a nice flow. And that's how it should be. So listen, I want to motivate you. Make sure that when you leave this episode, you leave me a comment, because I need to know that these episodes are truly meaningful to you. It's just as important to me as it is to you that you succeed. As always, I look forward to being of service to you, and I'm excited for next week's episode.